Welcome to another episode of the S Spot with Salty Vixen, where we talk about love, sex, and relationships. Today's question is all about foreplay. What you need to know. And the question that was submitted to saltyvixenstories.com is as follows. Dear Salty Vixen, all I hear about when it comes to sex is how guys don't engage in enough foreplay with women. Can you give me some advice on what women like the most to warm them up for sex? Signed, Foreplay Focused. Dear Foreplay Focused, when it comes to sex, too many guys tend to worry about the wrong things, like size and stamina, and neglect to focus enough energy on the right things. What are the right things? Well, at the top of the list is one thing that happens, or that should happen, before sex even begins. Foreplay. Probably more than any other aspect of sex, that pre-intercourse activities are what really gets a girl going. In fact, in one study several years ago, more than 700 nurses reported that lack of foreplay was the highest ranked reason for the inability to reach an orgasm. And you know how that is. Because if a woman does not get the proper foreplay and we don't orgasm, in our head we're thinking, can you hurry up? So we fake it. And when you're done finishing up your end, we get the toy out, or we let our fingers do the walking or the rubbing so we can climax. So please listen to what I have to say. You might learn something. Foreplay may not be what you think. Okay, maybe it's not that you're focusing on the wrong things, but rather you're not even clear about what the right thing, foreplay, really is. Here's a question that will help you gauge your level of understanding. I want you to take this multiple choice question. Listen, tell me what you will answer. What do you think foreplay is? A. What happens after the clothes come off, but before intercourse? B. Kissing, caressing, and patting. C. Connecting with her emotionally for a significant amount of time prior to sex. D. None of the above. E. All of the above. And more. If you answered E, you're right on the money. Foreplay is everything that comes before intercourse, whether physical or not. What's a guy to do? If foreplay is everything, you might be left to wonder where to begin. I say there's no better place to start than, well, right at the beginning. In this case, that's the moment you set your eyes on one another for the evening. Here's a 5-step plan to get you, and most importantly her, ready. Number 1, connect without being too overt. You want to try and connect with her. Nothing is more important to a woman. This connection can be as simple as asking her how her day was and really listening to her response. Or try telling her that you were thinking about her today and missed her. Nothing too over the top, but still honest and caring. 2, be intimate. Being intimate does not have to mean being sexual. Show her that you know the difference by asking probing questions and giving her more than one-word answer when she asks you the same. Confide in her things you don't normally tell people. and let it be known that you appreciate her listening. 3. Be physical. Here too, being physical does not mean being sexual. Hold her hand, rub her shoulders, squeeze her leg. Do anything to simply make contact, without mouthing her, of course. 4. Kiss. Okay, now we can move into the part you've been waiting for. But not any kiss will do. Despite what many of you men apparently believe, we women do not like to have a lot of tongue action right away. Start with a dry, soft kiss and pay attention to whether or not she's digging it. If she is, you can progress from there with a bit more passion and gusto, but always be aware of whether she's reciprocating. A great trick is to mimic her kissing style, and it's surely a sign of what she likes. And finally, heavy petting. From the time you begin kissing her until now, the heavy petting stage, there should be some time lapse. How long will depend on how hot and bothered you get. But let it be said that the longer and slower you go, the more experience you'll seem and the more into it she will be. When to say when? So you think you've got foreplay down now? You've wined and dined her, talked and listened, kissed and more. But how do you know when it's time to move on and actually have sex? Well, if she doesn't tell you, and if your own judgment isn't to be trusted, just refer to the clock. Though you better not let her catch you looking. 70 minutes, and it's been deemed the most desirable amount of time by sexually experienced women. And need some more ideas? Well, Salty Vixen Stories has a lovely section on essentials on our Better Sex section that will be linked in the Dear Salty Vixen article below. Have a lovely day. Until next time, goodbye.